Saur Marlina Manurung, also known Butet Manurung, is an Indonesian educator who pioneered alternative education for indigenous people in remote and rural locations. She was born on February 21, 1972 in Jakarta. She found her passion for the outdoors while studying anthropology and Indonesian literature at Bandung's Pajajaran University. Butet also earned a master's degree in applied anthropology from Australia National University. In the course of her work, she has visited indigenous peoples all over Indonesia. Butet joined the conservation group Warsi in 1999 to establish an educational program for the Orang Rimba in the Bukit du Belas rainforest in central Sumatra's eastern Jambi district. In 2003, with other like-minded volunteers, she founded SOKOLA. SOKOLA, a non-profit volunteer service organization that provides educational opportunities for indigenous peoples in remote areas of the archipelago. The phrase, Sekolah Rimba, is derived from Orang Rimba's local language, which is one of many dialects of Malayu languages. She adopted a half-anthropology technique, which meant that she taught reading, writing, and counting while living with her students for several months. The Sekolah Rimba method is presently in use in various remote Indonesian locations, including Halmahera and Flores. Based on her own experience teaching in the forests of Sumatra, Butet has developed a completely new method that allows people from pre-literate societies to quickly learn to read and write Indonesian. Butet targets wider system-wide concerns rather than just education. Her conservationist side recognizes that the next step is to empower the people to defend their culture and land. Recognizing her limitations as a teacher, she concludes that reading and writing alone are insufficient preparation for the Orang Rimba to plan their course for the future. For the most part, Orang Rimba still live in tiny groups of nomadic hunter-gatherers who gather food from their natural surroundings in the same way their ancestors did hundreds of years ago. Indigenous peoples of Indonesia are discovering that they can no longer escape contact with the outside world. Despite the fact that they are frequently at the core of conflicts over land, forests, and coasts, they rarely participate in debate or problem-solving. Butet Manurung is developing a generation of indigenous kids to become bridges between their communities and outside interests by providing them with educational opportunities. Butet just wants to let people to make informed decisions about how to deal with change, preserving when they want to, changing when they want to, and always enjoying their freedom of choice. Butet trains young indigenous people to assist their communities in making informed and dignified decisions about how to deal with change. Working with young people, she believes, is the most viable method to overcoming these two systemic barriers to full and equal citizenship. Her organization runs a program that brings youth from indigenous communities into national forums discussing natural resource use, forests, and forest communities. SOKOLA has placed 18 volunteers so far and is rapidly expanding. Butet has identified 700 communities across the country that are under pressure to change but do not have access to educational possibilities for their youth. SOKOLA now has programs in a dozen areas, reaching over 10,000 children and adults with literacy. At the same time, SOKOLA organizes study and exposure trips for indigenous youth, providing opportunities for their voices to be heard in citizen sector and government forums. The government of the Republic of Indonesia is planning to adopt this system in order for further development for communities that have particular conditions. As an educator and activist, Butet has received international recognition, UNESCO's Man and Biosphere Award, in 2001. Time magazine's Hero of Asia in 2004. Ashoka Fellow in 2006. Asia Young Leader in 2007. Young Global Leader in 2009. Ernst and Young Indonesian Social Entrepreneur of the Year 2012 and most recently the Asia Nobel Prize, Ramon Magsaysay Award 2014. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.